Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Build a City. We're back after ages. I did restart the series, but then a lot of stuff happened and it was been very busy. But we're back and I really want to get this to episode 100. I said that ages ago, so I'm going to try and grind out some more of these videos because I left the videos and didn't even look back, and quite a few people watched them and enjoyed them. So I've got a bit of spare time between going to uni, so this is a time I'm going to grind out a few videos and see where we can get. But without further ado, let's get building. We're in the downtown part of the city. Some of you may have seen it, not all of you would have seen this updated version. I've sort of, rather than expanding it, because I could have brought this part of the city out further and going all out that way, but instead of expanding it, I sort of built a seawall around it so we can sort of start closing off the city and finishing bits off, rather than having, you know, loads of new bits which are unfinished. But yeah, so this basically, as you can see, I need to add some detail as well. This part of the city as well is sort of an older style downtown feel. It's sort of styled after downtown American buildings and stuff like that. Fun fact, I was stood right there in a live stream when we hit like 2,000 subscribers or 3,000 subscribers, I think it was. But yeah, as you can see, a lot of these houses are all in very similar styles, especially the ones down here. They've all got sort of similar colour palette. So that's the sort of thing we're going to be going for, and we're going to be filling in this little section here, which doesn't look much, but from the outside, when you look on, you won't be able to sort of see how thin it is. But yeah, it should work. I don't know what the building actually is going to be. Like always, I'm probably just sort of making it up. I've got these blocks here, as you can see, which I selected beforehand. And the best way to go about this is just to start building. That's what people always say. You know, how do I start a building? What do I do first? There's no real answer. You just got to sort of build and expand onto what you build. So it's a pretty simple method. Anyway, okay, so that's the area we're building in. Now I need to actually mark out if that is right, or if we have to come in a block or two just for the windows and stuff. So let's take a quick look. So what I want is 2 block gap here, and then there'll be windows. Now I'm thinking about the floors above here, so this isn't what the final design is going to look like. We want windows with these 2 block gaps, because we'll have 2x3 windows, which, as a lot of you know, is probably the best design to go for. Right, we're going to bring this out just to there, and you'll see why a little later on. So stay tuned. Right, we can get rid of that now because we know this all lines up on this side. We just need to check this side now. So if we do the same thing here, we need a block there, and ooh, okay, this is going to be a little bit different, but it is symmetrical, so it means we can make something work. So we're just going to keep that how that is for the time being. Let's build up these pillars. I think that was 5 or 6 that we're on. Yeah, we'll go up to 6. Got 3 already. 1, 2, 3. There you go. It makes that 6. And then I think we'll just start off with building a few windows and stuff for the shop or whatever we do end up building down here. So I think we'll go for, let's go for some bricks down below, sort of as a foundation. We won't go any higher than 1 on these bricks. We're just going to keep this, like I say, the foundation from which the building is actually built onto. And oops, I've done that wrong. That's okay, we can fix that. We want that there. See, I was just doing it by eye earlier. So if you have more time, then do measure out these things. Helps you in the long run. Then you don't have to go back and replace things. Right, there you go. And then we'll add in, I reckon we can add in some quartz or something white, something to go with a lighter theme down below, and then we can have the more orangey brownish up above. So you want something which is sort of, you know, quite contrasting. We could just go with white concrete, I suppose. What did I pick out there? Oh, that was just a normal smooth quartz. No, we won't go with that because you can see the lines in between. So yeah, let's go with white concrete. So we'll go like that and like that. And I don't want this looking too modern. So let's just make a little frame and then we can worry about putting in some windows in just a second. And for time's sake, I'm just going to focus on these 2 walls, which you'll see from the streets. And I will fill those in after the episode or in a little time lapse, depending on how much time it does take. This is a little bit of a large building, as you can see, so it might take a little bit more time. So there might be a couple of little time lapses in this episode. So let's go ahead and mark out some shop windows. Again, we want it to be quite symmetrical, so I'm going to do 1 each side till we meet in the middle. In fact, we could probably use this as an opportunity to add in some more detail. So we could go like that, and then we could go like that, and then what we could have in the middle here is a place where we can add in some like greenery, some like bushes or something like that. So it's always good to think about these little details as you're building along, and I do find adding in greenery and bushes and trees and stuff like that, it really does liven up the city, and it does make it a lot more realistic as well. You know, lots of shops and buildings and stuff always have plants outside them and stuff like that. I keep saying stuff like that. Right, there we go. And do you know what? I wasn't going to leave it like that, but that actually looks kind of cool. I like it. We can have some doorways in there as well, but I think for the time being, we'll just fill it in with glass. I usually wait and do the little details last. I always wait and do that once I've built the rest of the building. But you can always think about them as you're building along, you know, leaving room for things like bushes and doorways and stuff. But I will obviously have to knock through one of these windows to add some doors in, but we will do that in a bit. Right, that's that one, and this one. You always want these big shop front windows down below. Alright, that's great. I'm going to quickly cut and do this one. Alright, this one, as you can see, turned out a little bit differently. But again, we've managed to make something symmetrical and it works quite nicely. Right, now something I saw when I was looking for reference photos and stuff was this block. What's it actually called? Dark prismarine. And it was used sort of as an overhang on someone's building. And I really liked the look of it. Just because it's sort of a colour that you don't see a lot used in buildings and stuff. You know, it's usually associated with underwater, things like that. So what I'm doing is I'm making a little canopy which will go all the way around. I'm just going to build it a little bit down here just so we can get the idea from the front. And hopefully just that little bit of detail will help bring it a bit more to life, a bit more 3D. Maybe it'll tie it in with some of the green bushes and stuff that we do put in as well. And do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually add in one more layer of windows above. So let's see what we can do with that. We'll go like that, I think. Not very tall. Let's go 3 blocks tall. That is more than enough. And yeah, we'll just have one sort of smaller set of windows running along the top. Then we'll section it off again. Then we should have about 2 or 3 floors worth of actual stories up there. Right, now I've actually got, this is just again off the cuff, so I'm trying to find a good sort of shape or design to go for. So maybe, I don't know if this will actually line up if we literally go like this. Yeah, that's not going to line up, which is a bit annoying, but that's fine. Just got to work with it. So that goes like that, and then we can go. Let's see. I don't know if 2 blocks is going to work. I suppose if you look at it in some sort of mathematical way, you can probably work out what would work and what wouldn't. Tell you what we'll do. We'll just do 1 block like this, every 2 blocks until we meet in the middle, and then we can have like a singular part in the middle or something. Then it's still symmetrical. It's a solution I use to a lot of building things. Hopefully you know what I mean as well, because sometimes I can talk a bit of gobbledygook. Right, okay, so there you go. We've got the centre here, and we'll just bring that up like so. Now that might even be a bit too high for really what we want, and that's not the centre, is it? We're going to want to move that along just slightly, but that's no real issue. Where have I gone wrong there? So we've got 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Oh, hello. 1. Hang on a minute. There we go. Right. So that goes there. That goes there. Aha. Okay. There we go. That's what we want. And in fact, yes, what I'm going to do, just going to chop the top bit off of that and there as well. And what we can do, fix that up a second. Let's find out a little design here. There you go, that works. That doesn't work at all. Hang on a minute. Oh, it's because that goes in one. Ah, I see. Alright, well let's think of a way around this. Maybe if we go like this. Oh, that's nice. I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll cover it up for the time being, and we'll deal with it later. So what I've done is just this very simple window design, quartz stairs, and then the panes above that. And then I'm going to go round like this. And this is what I mean, they are going to be very small little windows, but it's just more added design. Should all come together nicely. Right, so that's that there, and around this side as well. Even on this side, but there's not much design, it should look quite nice. But this is the side we're most on about, and I think that looks nice enough. Right, now for the main part of it. I'm going to grab some polished andesite, and then on the corner we're going to go and work out how tall we want this. So again, what we did on this side, I'm just replicating here as well, and hopefully it shouldn't look too strange right next to it. That is something I didn't think about, which maybe I should change actually. We'll change it if it does look bad. Let's not worry about it just yet. Alright, so we'll build it up to about, let's go to there, similar to the other building. And then let's do it on this side. And then we're going to bring the wall together. And you can sort of start to see how this is going to turn out. And yeah, what I was going to say as well, that goes there. This is where we can very quickly mark up where our windows are going to be. So this is what we measured out the bottom to be. So this should now support this window design. Or did I do it differently? Hang on, I might have done a 2-block gap in between. There you go, that goes there. That one be there. Hang on a tick. Right, I know the problem is because we came in one at the sides there, so it sort of messed up the things that I worked out there, but that's fine. Again, we will work around this. Shouldn't be too much of a big deal really. We can simply just build in like that, and how's that going to look in the middle? Okay, in the middle we can do some sort of design. You see I had this exact same problem here, but we managed to sort that out. We put some design up the middle, so we shouldn't have too much of an issue. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to build these up to the top. Okay, as you can see, I've just built those up. And what I'm going to do again is add in one of these, which just sort of separates it off. So let me quickly work out where our windows are going to be. We can do that grabbing this 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then we'll have, actually I think let's go for different coloured glass. I think if we go for some grey glass, that might look a bit better. Light grey glass, yeah. There you go, it's not too bright there, and it sort of matches the stone. Yeah, so if we go for Let's grab this. We can go for quite a simple design like that. I think that works quite well. And then what we'll want to do is have one or two of these stories. So let's go for a second one. And there you go. And then what I was going to do is have across the top just a little line. I don't know what the purpose of this is, you know, in real life when you see it. I think it is literally just design. But yeah, it just sort of sections it off, stops it from looking so flat, adds in a bit more detail. But yeah, I'm going to fill in the rest of these windows. Okay, so what I've done here is I've filled in all the windows. I've added the extra layer on top. Again, it's the exact same design, so it should be quite easy to copy. And what I've done is where I had spare room at the top, I've just added in this very simple design. It's 2 upside down stairs with just some stone behind. And then for that little awkward middle bit, it's just a half slab as well. But yeah, it just adds in a little bit more detail and more design. And also as well, before I forget, I added in just another layer of that, as you probably saw on the little time lapse. So the only real thing to do now is to add the roof on, and the roof is a crucial part with these sorts of buildings, which makes them quite iconic because they've got the very flat roofs. You know, they're not pointy or anything like that, so it's quite an iconic thing when you do come to think about this design. So let's see. Sort of bricks we'll need is stone bricks. We'll need some stone stairs as well. Let's grab some plain stone as well, because that's always handy. And some plain stone itself. Right. So let's build off of a block. Rather than having to go upside down and delete blocks and stuff, let's put a layer of blocks which we can put stuff on and build off of it. So this is where the roof's going to start to come out. So if we start by building, let's see, let's start with that. That's quite an easy way to start off. And then we do want some sort of something along the lines of this. Maybe not this exactly. We'll take a look and see what it looks like in just a sec. Let's try that side there as well. No, that doesn't look too bad actually. What I'm gonna do is grab that, and maybe we'll go along like so. We're gonna thicken up the roof as well, rather than just keeping it like that though. So let's go like that and like that. Maybe we can have a line of upside down stairs, and oh, they always seem to switch like that. Can be a bit annoying. There you go, that's not looking too bad. Maybe we should go just over a little bit on the corner there. In fact, we might be able to get away with doing that for every sort of gap. Again, I keep saying it, but I'm just making this up as I go along, so it's not like I've had much planning for this. So this is just my style of building. Just making up as I go along, and do you know what, I'm not keen on that, so I'm just going to link these up. If it don't look great, then we can always destroy it. Right, how is this going to look, I wonder? Do you know what, doesn't look too bad. I am happy with that, so I think we're going to keep that as the roof design. It does tie things together quite nicely, and I quite like this sort of, it almost looks like a up and down wave which goes on there, especially if you look at it from this corner. But yeah, all I'm going to do is repeat it on this side, so it shouldn't take a second. We're just going to go like that. I'm going to go, oops, no, we're not going to go like that. And let's see, probably go for a center piece as well, just because the the pattern there is slightly off from the other side. So again, we went like that. I'm trying to remember what we did here. And then we did upside down stone like that, and then we went with that goes there. Should we build on a corner? Yeah, let's put one block there, and it brings all the way out. Right, that, apart from that little block there, that is pretty much it. All I'm going to do is fill in the rest of the walls, and then I'm going to give you a little showcase of the final bit once I've added a couple of little details in and stuff like that. Okay, and here's the finished product. As you can see, we're in a sort of shaders texture pack, and you guys are going to have to let me know whether you like seeing these finished products in the shaders texture pack, or if you'd rather I just showed you it in a default one. It's not the best texture pack ever as well, because it is still on Xbox, but it's as good as we're going to get for the time being. But yeah, I hope you do like it. As you can see, I added in these trees here with the lighting underneath. We also added a doorway. As you can see, we just split the panes there. It looks like an open door. Added in some very simple stairs as well. Added in a little bin. Apart from that, I think that's all we did. We added the floors inside, obviously, and the roof up there too. But all in all, I think it turned out to be quite a nice little build, and hopefully you can build along and add it to your world as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you did enjoy. If you do like seeing these videos, then do make sure to share them out. I could say that's probably the main thing. Make sure to like and comment as well. Turn the little notification bell on to never miss an upload. But until next time, have a wonderful day, and see you in the next one, which will hopefully be soon.